Do you expect yourself to become a shark if you just surround yourself with little fish? Nah, you probably won't. And you have definitely been in this position before where you're surrounded by a bunch of other people who don't really want the same things that you want, who don't really put in the same work that you put in, but yet you still expect greater results. And when you don't get them, you're upset about it. That's not how life works, okay? I invested $5,000 to come to Miami to be surrounded by a group of like-minded individuals. You probably can't see it in the background, but in this living room right here, there's 7 other people who are on their laptops working, filming content, and Josh Chang himself decided to organize this mastermind, and I felt that I had to invest my own money that I worked hard for, and I don't even have that much left, to come here and be in this position because I want to be around other sharks so I can become one myself. Guys, if you're listening to this message right now, you didn't just stumble across this video because you see this nice background and you think that I'm doing good, because to be quite frank with you, I'm not. I'm not bankrolling. I'm not, living this millionaire lifestyle. I'm just a 17-year-old looking to change his life. And I'm sure you're here for a reason too, because you feel deep down inside that you know that there's so much more to life than just this ordinary kind of, 9-to-5 route, going to college, expecting to, get paid 6 figures, low 5 figures a month, a year, and just think that you could thrive. No, that's not kind of how this game works, all right? You have to be so freaking motivated. You have to be so delusional of the fact that you could become a shark if you want to actually become a shark. This isn't just about handouts. This isn't about spawning in an Airbnb thinking that you can just LARP your way out of everything. You actually have to work towards what you want. And that's why I record these videos, to explain to you that your life can change if you put yourself into that change environment. You have to force yourself to be a little uncomfortable. You have to be a little bit scared about what is the next step. And that's completely okay. What's not okay is being so scared to the point that you don't even start, that you don't take any action, and that you get stuck in the same exact position as everybody else and you get the same exact results. Because I know for me personally, I don't want that. I don't want to be an ordinary person living an ordinary life. I want to be somebody that other people look up to. And I know you do too, because you see these other creators online, you see them living this flashy lifestyle, and you kind of dream about living it, but you let them stay dreams. You let them just be something you think about and not something you live. And obviously, I'm not living that lifestyle yet, and keyword yet, but I know I will. And even though I have that programmed into my head, believing and achieving it and just knowing that it will happen, even though it hasn't, it only means one thing, and that it will happen. Because I told myself it will. Because I surround myself with people who do. I mean, dude, I took one of the scariest risks of my life, sending $5,000 out of, the $15,000 that I made from a course that I used to sell, which I wasn't even selling the actual business model. I was selling a lifestyle, and I stepped away from it because it didn't feel real. And I invested a good chunk of the money that I made into coming here right now because of the information. Because I feel that any type of value coming into my life that could play a role into my future is worth any single dollar, any dollar. So be a little outrageous with your decisions, but kind of calculate them into an exact reason why you're making them. Because I'm surrounded by so many people right now, and even though they're not actually actively buying me, they are there. They are working. There's people in there with hundreds of thousands of followers. There's people in there that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And I am the youngest person here. I am making the least amount of money compared to anybody in this freaking house. And yet I'm still here because I decided to put myself in this position. So you have to stop being scared of what other people think, being scared of failing, even in front of people who are better than you. And you have to start just failing flat on your face and getting back up, because that is the only way you will see progress. That is the only way anything will happen in your life for change. Literally, it's that simple. I'm just kind of mind boggled on people thinking that their life can change by just staying in the same spot and not actually doing anything. Yeah, maybe you post a video a day. Maybe you post 2 videos a day. They're probably shit. There's probably no thought into them. There's probably no authentic reason. And the reason why you're not getting the views you want, the reason why you're not actually finding a source of income is because you're not being true to yourself. And you're, one, not even being true to the people that you want to inspire. Not all money's good money. Not all views is good views. Be authentic to yourself, and you will find authentic people come into your life, and that is how real friendships are made. That's how real relationship is built up, by being true. Stop trying to pretend to be somebody you're not. Stop trying to act like you're this different type of character. Stop hanging around people who you don't want to be like, and start putting yourself in positions that are so damn scary you don't know what the next day will look like. Because that's how I'm living now. Day by day, being scared of failing is okay. Just fail. Fail fucking flat on your face. Get back up. So what? Do it the next day. You have another opportunity. So take the damn opportunities to full advantage. And I'm not saying this right now to make some motivational video to get you inspired to listen to some Miami LARP music and then, go on your computer and act like you're working. I mean this genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Your life can change within 6 months. And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, everything. Your life can change in 6 months if you just decide to make a change. Make the decision and stop hesitating on it. Stop hanging around these people who are just forcing you to become a person you're not. Back in my hometown, nobody knows what's going up in here. Nobody understands when I pull out my camera and I start recording things. They just think I'm crazy because I'm not surrounded back home with people who have my mindset. That's why I decided to come here. The last 2 months, I was in Dallas, I was in Houston, I was in Chicago, I was in Pennsylvania, I'm in Miami now. I'm traveling a lot at 17, and I'm very fortunate for it. I have opportunities that most people don't, but yet I'm taking advantage of the opportunities. I'm taking advantage of every single opportunity that comes my way. That's why I swiped up on Josh's story for the mastermind, and I decided to risk a lot of money to come here. And it's not even a risk, it's an investment because of the information and the value that I'm going to receive. I mean, I've been here for 3 hours and I've already learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about the way other people act who are super successful, and that's why I know that these next 4 days are going to change. They're going to change the way I think. They're going to change the way I think about business and the way I personalize my brand. A lot of things are going to change. So don't be scared of it. Be willing to adapt with it. If you could adapt with change, you could literally overcome everything. Anything you put your mind to, you could overcome it if you can just accept the fact that things are going to be a little bit different in the future. And you can't control it. All you can control is how you react and how you get back up. Again, guys, I'm not sitting here to, get you all hyped up and motivated. I'm kind of LARPing this right now, but I'm in an environment where it's reasonable for me to show this in the background because I come from a place where I used to be in my room taking cold calls, which I didn't sell any websites, I didn't sell any receptionists, and I was telling people I did, and I was selling a course, making decent money, and then I pushed away from it because I wanted to be real. And this is the first time I feel real because I used my money that I earned, which maybe wasn't the best money, and I invested it into something that will play a huge role into my future, and that's why I know I'll be successful. I'm not a delusional person. Maybe I am a little bit. Maybe I am a little bit more than I say I am, but I know damn right, by the time I'm 21 years old, I will be living here in Miami, hopefully in an apartment, in a nice place, living a nice life, having a nice car, maybe a nice woman by my side. That's not the end goal. All I want is from now until the age of 21, which is 4 years, to make a mistake every single day, to learn something new every single day, and to keep getting better, to keep chasing something else. Because the second you get complacent, you're not going to get any achievements. The second you feel comfortable, you won't reach any levels of success. And that's just point blank life. I'm not a wise 60-year-old guy, and I say that analogy in every single video because although I'm recording this and I'm acting like there's a bunch of people watching it, there's most likely not. There's most likely going to be one person that makes it to the end of this. And if you're here right now, genuinely, I just want you to try something new that scares you and go all in on it. Give me just 1 month of going all in. If you make a little bit of progress, that's progress. Now let's move forward to the next month because I'm telling you right now, days go by fast, weeks go by even faster, months go by in a blink of an eye, and years go by like that. And sooner than later, you will be 25. You'll be in your late 30s. You'll have a family, and you'll be wishing you decided to take a risk when you were younger because you know that your life could have changed. So, make change happen and just kind of accept the fact that that's the way things are going to be. Put yourself in an environment where you're forced to thrive. And another example of that is I'm paying $1,000 every single month just to pay for my car. As you know, I have a Toyota Supra. I'm LARPing it, whatever. I have to pay $1,000 to keep that. And if I don't make the payment, I don't have the car anymore. It's that simple. So I am forcing myself to thrive by not making excuses and chasing something every single day in order to get where I want to be. And that's finding a source of income through online business. I want to post content and I want to teach people how to post content and to completely change the way they think about life in order to achieve their goals. And it's not even just content. It could be anything. I've had a lot of doubt monsters that I had to fight through my life. I had a lot of mental battles that I had to go through, and I'm sure you did too. So, let those lessons that you learned in the past about yourself, about other people, people play a role in the way you make decisions today, because the decision that I made was investing $5,000, which is honestly crazy, to come to Miami to be able to be surrounded by some really rich MFers, and I'm making $0 a month right now. That's okay. It'll change soon. Life is like a roller coaster. Business is like a roller coaster. You're going to have high months, you're going to have low months. I mean, in my first month of selling info through the AI course, I think that was my highest month. Made about $9,000, maybe $8,000. The next month, probably $6,000. The next month, probably about $4,000 or $5,000. The next month, about $2,000. So I went high and I went low. We're at our low right now. That doesn't bother me at all because my mindset's high, and it's just a matter of when I get back up there. Just a matter of when. I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressed. Once I get back home from Miami, I'm going to dial up. I'm going to find my priorities straight. I'm not going to hang around people who I don't want to be like, and I'm just going to surround myself with people who I do want to be like, and I'm going to keep traveling. Because to be honest with you, the most priceless thing right now is knowing that 20 years down the road, I'll be able to talk about these moments of traveling to my kids and maybe giving them opportunities to travel too. And seeing what life could look like at this young age is a very beautiful thing, and I'm so blessed. The Lord has allowed me to walk this path, and He will continuously allow you to walk yours. You just have to trust in it. You just have to trust in it. So guys, I think I'm just going to end the video right here. I appreciate you genuinely if you made it this far. Leave a comment, leave a like, anything. If not, no worries. Just know that you are loved. You have people that love you, so don't keep stressing how people think about you. Surround yourself with the right group and you'll be just fine. Genuinely, you'll be just fine. So guys, I appreciate you for watching, tuning in, all that. Stay hungry, stay motivated, stay freaking racking, baby. I will catch y'all on the next one.